Case of the people versus Susanna Williams.
I'm supposed to be.
Caitlin Kirby on behalf of the people.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Suzanne Williams. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your Honor, we're trying to resolve this case. There's an offer to plead to an added count to a retail fraud in the third degree. And count one would be dismissed. I know you don't do COBs or sentencing agreements, but I believe her jail credit is 93 days on this offense. So she would be seeking a credit for time served sentence with release. I believe the donuts that she stole and ate would be the basis for the restitution if the court were to order.
So there is restitution.
Yes, Your Honor.
Donuts. Okay, I didn't mean to say it like that.
What's the restitution, sir?
Right? You got to pay for the donuts you ate.
Oh, okay.
If the judge orders that.
So do we know the amount of restitution?
I'm just double checking, Your Honor.
They weren't Dunkin' Donuts.
I believe that I do.
They were packaged donuts.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Dunkin' are fancy.
Mhm.
You know, you can get the ones with the sprinkles
You want to know what?
and the nuts
You know,
and the powdered
no,
sugar.
you know what?
They weren't those.
No, Mr. Brown.
They were
Too
just,
much.
they were
They
just in
told
a
me,
package.
when they told me you were going to be here,
Right.
I almost stayed home.
For me,
Judge Simpson.
they weren't the powdered sugar ones.
Okay,
Okay.
We'll
one
see.
moment.
we'll see how much they cost.
I like donuts. I should have brought you some. They go good with your coffee.
$4.68.
Those are some pretty good donuts.
They weren't that good. Were they stale?
Yeah, I think so.
They were a little stale.
468.
Yes, Your Honor.
See, I was shopping and forgot to shh. Okay.
They got everything down.
So she wishes to take advantage of the offer.
You want?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, have her sworn, please.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God.
Yes, I do.
State your name.
Susanna Williams.
All right, ma'am. It is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of retail fraud third degree. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And understanding that, you still wish to plead guilty
Yes, sir.
to that charge. How do you plead?
I plead guilty, Judge Simpson.
All right. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
What is that?
If you don't like the sentence or you change your mind, then you got to get permission from a higher court.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you on probation or parole?
No, I'm not.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will,
Yes, I am.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
On December 21st, 2022, at the location of 7,000 East Michigan Avenue, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, that being the Walmart, what do you do on that date that makes you think that you're guilty?
I ate some donuts in the store premises.
Okay, so you went into the store and you ate these donuts and didn't pay for them?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Store was open to the public at the time?
Yes.
These donuts that you ate, this was property that was offered for sale by Walmart?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you didn't have anybody's permission to eat those donuts, did you?
No, sir.
All right, counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count two. Count one is dismissed. Anything either of you'd like to say before the court imposes sentence?
I'm sorry about that, Your Honor. I'm making better choices now. I had a chance to do the bond farms in jail program, so it gave me a chance to look at what's important in my life, and I've been sober for 3.5 years now. I just want to thank you again for giving me the time to be in here and to start my life again. Thank you.
Mr. Brown, you see April 23rd. She did. That was him. 93. You've been in since the time of the arraignment, is that correct?
For 93 days, yes, Your Honor.
She was arrested on April 24th, 2023, and then she was remanded from our court for 365 days to February 2nd, 2024.
And I'm gonna take that up next after you do the sentence.
Yeah.
The sentence that she was remanded on, I want to address that with your permission and your grace this morning.
Calls the case, People versus Susanna Williams, last year.
I believe.
Rui Rosinski on behalf of the people.
Councilman Basie on behalf of Susanna Williams.
Ms. Williams, can you state your name, please?
Susanna Williams.
Thank you. What are we doing on this?
Yes, Your Honor. Today is the date and time set for pretrial. We have been trying to get a video on this case to no avail, so we would just be setting for a bench trial at this time.
Ms. Williams, your counsel's indicated you're waiving your right to a trial by jury.
Yes.
All right, you understand you have an absolute and constitutional right to have the matter tried before a jury.
Yes.
You understand that by waiving that, this case will be tried before the court without a jury present. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, people also waive their right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Based upon the statement of counsel and defendant, court will consent to have the matter tried without a jury. Non-jury trial will be set for July 26, 2023, 9 a.m. That is in person. Okay, thank you.
Your Honor.
Bond continue.
Your Honor, may I
Yes,
discuss bond when appropriate?
go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Williams wanted me to let you know that she has completed Don Farms treatment. She just wants to get her life back on track here. So if we could get her a PR bond, Your Honor, so that she can get back to her life.
Is anything else holding her right now?
No,
It's
not that I'm aware of.
just your case, if I could be released after the Don Farms, which I have completed.
There was a sentencing that she had on another case,
Okay,
and she tells me that she had an agreement with you where if she completed Don Farms, she may be eligible for early release.
On that case?
Yes.
Did I sentence you to jail on that other case?
yes, I've been incarcerated for 74 days plus 56, so that would be 120 some days on that case.
Okay, and I think I recall this. I think she was sentenced to, I think, did I give you a year or 180
Yes.
days? I gave,
A year on my first
Yeah.
violation, but I did complete treatment at Sacred Heart. So one of the violations I pled to it, but I didn't think I should have because I completed.
So,
it, and then
hold
I
on a moment.
done farms.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I don't have a problem setting this for a PR, but what has to get before me is the other case.
Yes.
So, in order to get that release done. So I think what really should happen in this case is that I'm gonna leave the bond as is. Send me a request for her early release with an order on the other matter, along with a request contained within that this be then lowered to a PR.
Okay, very good. We can do that.
So that getting her time on this one, even in the interim where it has to get to the court. We'll get to the same point. It's just that I gotta have the other case to do it.
Okay, Your Honor, I sent something over to Patrick concerning the early release after Don Farm. And he sent it back saying the court didn't indicate that you could be. So should I send him another kite asking to send the information to you?
Yes, because I don't even have that case in front of me, ma'am, right now. So
Okay.
I don't know what I wrote in there, but I seem to recall what you're saying.
Yes, okay.
Okay,
Thank you so much, Your
all
Honor.
right, thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you.
You too.
I'll come see you again, Susanna.
Okay, have a great day.
Court calls the case.
Yes, though.
I'm gonna ask him, hold it. But you gotta write out what he's doing.
Excuse me.
Sentence of the court, fines and costs of $250. And pay that 30 days after your release. I'll order 93 days on this case, 93 days Washington County Jail, credit 93 served. I will also order restitution in the amount of $4.68 payable through the court to Walmart.
Your Honor, as a prosecutor, thank you for your grace this morning. As the prosecutor mentioned, she's under remand right now, doing a year in jail with an out date in February of 2024. I wasn't the lawyer present when you handed down that sentence, but I'm informed that it was a case from 2016 where she violated the terms of she violated once the terms of her probation and she was remanded. I don't have that case number before me right now, but when you sentenced her to the year in jail, you said upon completion of the Dawn Farm program in jail, you would consider releasing her on that 1 year sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And she's asking me now, very eloquently, she's reminded me about 4 times, if you would consider an early release, because I'm producing a certificate of completion from the Dawn Farm.
Okay, the normal way that's going to go about is that if that is sent to probation and we have proof of that to probation, then probation will make sure that it gets on my docket for consideration of the early release.
When's your next docket? Today? At
I've
1
sent it
o'clock, you
over.
got a docket, right? I'll walk down to probation and give it to him right now if you want. Because you got a docket this afternoon too. But I didn't want him to take her back and she's gonna blow up my phone, Judge. She's gonna blow up my phone.
I sent it through Patrick and I never got a response back because who was-
Mr. Noctree,
who was here on July 5th when I had my adjournment. He said that he was supposed to get everything together and he never did. But Mr. Brown has been working hard to
I'm a great
It's
lawyer,
upside down.
right? Oh, it's upside
to,
down. Am I a good lawyer?
Yes, you are.
She was
Yes, you are.
mad at me yesterday when I went to see her at the jail.
I was just upset because I thought I was going to be released on the 5th and I had completed this on June 20th. So, but
And she's gone through a series of lawyers, but I'm the best one, right?
you are. Yes, sir. Oh, he's going to make me go home.
So can we see her at 1 if I walk this down to probation?
Please.
She said, please.
Please,
I
Your Honor.
heard, hey, Mr. Brown.
Yes, sir.
9:39.
Huh?
My docket started at 9. I got out here about 9:15. And somehow you have, in 2 cases, managed to entirely try to disrupt everything. In 1 case. So here's what we're gonna do.
Yes, sir.
What I indicated is, and this is how it usually happens. Mr. Noctree would get something to Ms. Polera. You can take that down, and if they create a form, I don't even need to see her if I'm going to do the release.
Okay, so I'll be right back.
No, no, you can be, you're more than welcome back. But that's how that would happen.
So I've done everything I can. I'm gonna walk this down when we
You're
get
just
done.
gonna take it to probation?
Right now,
Okay, so do I have to write anything or do a kite? Because I've already done that and they didn't send me anything back. They said that they sent it over to you. I'm sorry, I'm anxious because I've been here
Really? I
93
can't
days.
tell. Tell Ms. Polera if she would then contact Mr. Noctree
okay,
and see
Okay.
what can happen. That
Okay.
doesn't mean that it will happen today, young lady.
Okay,
All right?
I understand.
That is the way that the process works.
All right, thank you so
Despite
much.
Mr. Brown's efforts, I'm not changing what I normally do.
Okay,
All
I
right?
understand. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
so I'm gonna go take this to her right now. So don't call me.
Have a beautiful day, Justin.
You do the same. We have sent the necessary advice